the Mr. Rogers neighborhood, and I'm Jay Morrison. I was riding down the street coming from getting a manicure with my protege Chris Darden behind the camera, and I was talking to an investor about doing a 1031 exchange on some properties. So Chris, being the inquisitive young man that he is like, King, explain to me the 1031 exchange, break it down for me. So, Chris, what we gotta do here?
So basically, I just want to know, what is a 1031 exchange and how as a real estate investor I can benefit from it?
All right, great question. So now we all gonna learn, because I'm so intentional, I'm so purposeful about my content and about educating you all. So check it out. A 1031 exchange, or a like-kind exchange, or a starker, or a tax-deferred exchange is when, as a real estate investor or homeowner, you take the profits from your home, and I'm here in my neighborhood, right? And so you take the profits from your home and you roll those profits over into another property, and you defer paying taxes on that property till a later date. Or you can defer most of your taxes if you have the right exit strategy, right? So Chris, what happens is, if I were to buy and fix, or not even fix, but buy and flip this property or sell this property for profits, I then could take those profits and roll them over within 180 days. I have 6 months, 180 days from the date that I closed on that property and made money. I have 180 days to then go find another like-kind property and purchase that and roll those profits into the next property. Now, when I say like-kind, that doesn't mean it has to be a residential single-family home that I have to invest in. What I mean is that if it's an investment property, I gotta roll those profits into another investment property. So it could be raw land, it could be a building, it could be an apartment complex, it could be a mall. But so you take your profits from one building, and instead of paying the 15, 20, 30% really capital gains tax, or whatever your tax may be, you now can defer those profits to another property, and you can do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. The key is you have 45 days, right, to identify what property that you want to purchase next. And so you can pick up to 3 properties, but you have to close on at least one. So you got 45 days to pick 3 properties, close on one, and then you got to close another 135 days after that. You have to close out on that property. So that's 180 days from the day after you had sold, but 180 days total, but 45 days to identify, another 135 days to close, right? So it also works for homeowners too. But see, the thing is, with primary residence, if you live there, you can make up to $250,000 profit off your primary residence, like, equity cashed out, without having to pay a capital gains tax. So you got up to $250, but anything over $250, you then can roll over in a 1031 exchange. So even for most gurus, I say no guru, I don't play that, just real, right? So most gurus don't tell you that. They think it's only for investment properties, but it actually can be a benefit to homeowners who make more than $250,000 profit on their primary residence. And so the big benefit is that from rolling your money over, and you're not having to pay Uncle Sam this hefty capital gains tax, you then can take that equity from property after property after property and roll it over to larger properties. So you're getting larger tax breaks on larger properties, right? The tax advantages from owning real estate. Now, if you roll it over, say I made 90 grand there. Then I rolled it over here, and then I made another 100 grand on this, right? Then I rolled it over there, and I made another 140 grand, and then 300 grand. So at one time, I keep rolling over all my profit, and now I got a big building getting me a whole bunch of cash flow. So now I'm cashing out on all this cash flow and getting tax benefits and getting more appreciation when I haven't even paid taxes in the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 years on my properties. And then at any point can refinance the property and pull that money out tax-free. And that's where you get really busy as an investor. So this is just some free game from no guru, just real Black Robin Hood, J. Mr. Real Estate Morrison, the founder of the J. Morrison Academy, CEO of J. Morrison Real Estate Partners. And Chris, any more questions?
Yeah, so this 1031 exchange, it sounds very similar to what I hear about, people using IRAs and self-directed IRAs, how you can basically utilize the funds tax-free. So basically my next question is, are they that similar? And is this 1031 exchange, does it come into play when you're using self-directed IRAs, or is it just something totally, completely separate and just 2 different processes, but similar and not?
2 totally different lessons. Right? But similar in the fact, like with a 401k, it can be tax deferred, how you're rolling over your profits in a 401k, you're allowing your profits to build, tax deferred.
Right.
That's where they're similar. You're allowing your profits to continue to build, your portfolio, your equity to keep build before you actually have to pay taxes on those. The great benefit to the 1031 exchange on real estate as opposed to a 401k is the fact that you can refinance and take a refinance loan or home equity loan out on that money, on that cash, on that equity, and not pay taxes on the refinance or your home equity loan, and then sell your property, pay it all off, and then you're not paying as much liability because the refinance you already put cash out. But a self-directed IRA, I got some game on that too, but it's not going to be in this lesson. You guys got to come back. Make sure you follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel, J Mr. Real Estate. Make sure you follow me on Instagrams and Twitter at Mr. J Morrison, and make sure you look into the J Morrison Academy, the realest education platform for real estate investors. And I'm out. Peace. Shout out to Chris Darden Real Estate.